Alright, so we alive. We alive. Let me get in my chat, because I'm Kais. Lady Di shows up in my chat. Let's get... Well, we would get in the chat, but every time I open up Firefox, it wants to update, right? It wants to update. Cocksucker. Holding me up on my live stream when I got people waiting, dickhead. I'm going to put, no, it's not made for kids. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'll try to keep it clean so we don't have to age restrict the video. I'll try to keep it clean so we don't have to age restrict. Okay, so this is just a response to Lady Di's last panel, because last week Lady Di put out a panel where she was talking about how somebody she knew was driving somebody's vehicle, and supposedly the vehicle that somebody she knew that they were driving, the vehicle had no insurance or had or the registration was invalid or something was wrong with the vehicle, unbeknownst to the person driving the vehicle. Now, Lady Di was talking in a live stream about how she didn't think it was right that a police officer could issue a ticket to the driver and not the owner of the vehicle, because she said she knew somebody where this happened to. So basically in this live stream, and I'm only 25 minutes into it, well, 29 minutes into it, link is in the description. So Lady Di asked the question, if you're driving somebody else's vehicle and it's not registered or properly insured, can you, as the driver of somebody else's vehicle, be in trouble for it? And I'm going to say yes. It's in my opinion, yes. Now, if she knows somebody who got a ticket doing this, normally I would say my advice is, but I'm not a lawyer, so I would say my opinion is that if the person feels that they were given a ticket injustly, then that person needs to go to take it to a court of law. They need to get an attorney, take it to a court of law, because Abe is in there and he's talking about it. She's got some pretty good comments in there, and they're really going along. And she's got Gone Fishing in there. And, okay, so Abe was talking about here, if somebody parks the car illegally, the register owner gets it. If your driver's license is not an issue, but the driver has to check the insurance and proof of registration. So in other words, Gone Fishing is saying it's up to you, the person who's borrowing the car, to check out the person's credentials to find out if they got valid shit or not. And then Abe says, for uninsured motorists, both the driver and the owner get cited. Okay? So that's another example of that. And it's talking about, that comment right there is talking about the Texas registration. Abe again, they run into vehicle insurances or VPNs or whatever they got to do to ensure that it's not stolen and insurance is attached. and no warrants of the register owner. The driver gets ran for active warrants and a driving record. So that's true. The driver of the vehicle does get ran. Okay, so, and then of course, if you see more of these comments here, yeah, in Illinois, the sticker goes on the plate itself. Every state has a different vehicle codes. Yes, well, in Maine, the sticker goes on their plate. For the state of New York, because I know people in New York, their registration sticker goes on the driver's side, lower windshield, right above the VIN number, whether the car is registered or inspected. That's where they. So I know some states use, stickers on the plates. Maine does it. I guess Indiana does it. But there are also states out there that put the sticker on the lower left-hand corner of the windscreen above the VIN number. So Abe is like, well, the person who borrowed this person's car, but is basically saying in that comment, is they should have checked to make sure that the vehicle was properly registered. Okay? And then in the next one, both the operator and the owner may get cited. Yeah, well, I think Abe's right again. The owner, the operator of the vehicle, is responsible for making sure that when they get in that car, everything's legit. Now, Lady Di's like, but how do they know if everything's legit? How are they supposed to get the person's proof? Well, you look at the stickers, you look at the information, of their insurance card, and you try to validate that the car is legally registered, that the car has insurance on it. So, Lady Di said that she knew somebody who borrowed somebody's car. This is the story I got. Somebody borrowed somebody's car. It wasn't either properly registered or properly insured. And instead of the owner getting a ticket because it wasn't properly registered or insured, the person she knows as the driver got the ticket. And I can see that happening. I can see it happening. Lady Di doesn't agree with it, but I can see it happening. Because let's look at the trucking industry, okay? Let's look at the truck driving industry. Here's another one. Because let's get into one of my best friends' profession. Let's get into the truck driving profession, shall we? I remember a certain truck driver coming to my live stream, telling everybody in my live stream in 2020 that if the truck was overweight, him as the operator of the truck gets the ticket. Not the owner of not the trucking company, not the warehouse who overloaded it, but Nemesis, the driver of the fucking truck, gets the fucking ticket for the truck being overweight. Now is that Nemesis' fault? No. These fucking truckers like Nemesis, when they're doing long haul van loads, they gotta play these cock-sucking Mexicans, known as lumpers, to load the load of the truck, to get the semi-trailer loaded and unloaded, and you gotta pay these. Sometimes you gotta pay these Mexican cocksuckers, $300 or $400 for them to load and unload your truck. Do you think it goes back on those Mexican stupid fucks who overloaded your truck? When Nemesis pulls out of the fucking yard and there's too much weight in his truck? No, the DOT inspection comes down on Nemesis. It comes down on Nemesis, because Nemesis is behind the wheel at the time that the truck gets pulled over for being overweight. It doesn't fall back on the warehouse. It doesn't fall back on the fucking owner. See how it's the same fucking thing, Lady Di? It's like you shut the fuck up. It's the same fucking thing. So in my opinion, no, when Nemesis gets caught with an overweight truck, it should go back to the idiot who loaded it. That's who should get this. With the logic you're saying, well, this person was driving a car with no registration and insurance, she shouldn't have been incited. The owner should have been incited. Well, the way you're saying that is if Nemesis pulled out of the trucking yard right now with an overweight trailer, it should go to the trucking company, not Nemesis, right? Because Nemesis only did his job. He put the truck in drive and drove out of there. Well, guess what? Nemesis is behind the wheel at the time the truck is overweight, so Nemesis gets the ticket. Not Swift Transportation if he's driving from Swift. Not Lady Diana White's warehouse where he loaded the truck. Let's say he's working for Swift, hypothetically. Let's say he's working for Swift Transportation. And I own Swift Transportation, and Nemesis is one of my drivers for this analogy, right? So I send fucking Nemesis from our depot here. He goes to Diana White's fucking warehouse, picks up the lumpers at White's warehouse, overload his truck. I don't get the ticket as the owner of Swift. Diana doesn't get the ticket as the owner of White's warehouse. Nemesis, the guy behind the wheel, gets the ticket. That's how it works. And I've always thought that was wrong. Same thing with DOT violations. Remember, if Nemesis is at a truck stop and he's working internationally all over the United States, let's say we're still doing that, we'll just throw a name in there, Swifty Swift. That's not who he's working for, but I'm just throwing a name out there, Swifty Swift. The truck gets pulled over at a weight station. And one of the fucking wheel hubs is leaking grease. You know that's a DOT violation. There's also a because I know this from other truck drivers that I watch. There's a little tiny amber light in the back of the trailer. If that light is on or blinking, that means the trailer has a problem with its ABS. The engine lock brakes are not working in the trailer. So let's say I own Swift. Nemesis is driving for me. Well, when he gets pulled in that DOT weight station, I don't get the fucking DOT violation for the wheel hub leaking. I don't get the fucking ticket for the fucking ABS light being lit or blinking on the trailer. Nemesis, the guy behind the wheel, gets the ticket for that. And I don't think it's right. It's been that way in the trucking industry for years, Lady Di. For years it's been that way in the trucking industry. For years. So, in my opinion, because I don't want to give legal advice, in my opinion, if somebody borrowed well, we'll just put a name out there. So if Timothy McVeigh borrowed John Benet Ramsey's car, and John Benet Ramsey didn't make sure that the registration was up to date, and John Benet Ramsey didn't make sure that the fucking insurance and registration was valid, and Timothy McVeigh gets pulled over, yeah, tickets should go to Timothy McVeigh. I'm sorry, he's the one behind the wheel at the time, at the time of the offense. The only thing I can say is Timothy McVeigh should then take the ticket, in my opinion, and fight it in a court of law. That's all he could do. But I just proved to you how every time a trucker gets pulled over for a DOT infraction, it will go on Burns' license. It will go on Nemesis' license. It won't go on the person they're driving for his license. It won't go for the motherfucker who overloaded the truck. So, in my opinion, yeah, the person is, in my opinion, is very possibly and very could be cited for the infraction. That's just my opinion. They could, like I said. So if you know somebody who that happened, again, I can't use the word advice, but I would tell your friend to go to the court of law and fight the ticket. That's all you can do. Because like I said, I just gave you an example where, you could be driving somebody else's vehicle and you the driver get the summonses. So yeah, again, like I said, every time Nemesis goes down the road, if he gets a DOT stop and there's DOT violations on the tractor trailer he's driving, Nemesis gets the ticket, not the company he's driving for. If the truck is overweight, Nemesis gets the ticket. See how that works? So why wouldn't this be the same thing with an automobile? That was just my take on it. The other thing I want to talk about, because YouTube is so stupid, notice how I gotta have Lady Di's picture at the top cut off. You notice how I got Lady Di's picture cut off? Because they got the fucking chat going all the way down here. I don't know why they make this chat box so goddamn big. So if you want to see the messages down here, instead of watching Lady Di up here, because normally you're supposed to watch Lady Di like this. This is where you're supposed to watch Lady Di, front and center. But the chat gets cut off. Why is it when it's live streaming, where this message is right here, this message right here with fucking Abe is, why is this the chat button when the stream is live? But when the stream is off air, why the fuck is the bottom of the stream, the chat, all the way the fuck down there? Can you tell me why the fucking chat is all the way the fuck down there? So like I said, I can see without a doubt why the person that Lady Di knows got a ticket last week. I can see it. Now, what I would suggest Lady Di do with this question, because Lady Di is a really cool lady. She's a really cool person. And I thought I would chime in with this little conversation, because like I said, I was listening to this for almost a half hour, and I'm, you'd think Lady Di would be right. And then there's parts where Abe sounds like he's right, But just like with any traffic violation, you have a right to, say, I contest this, Your Honor. I want to have an arraignment. It's your God-given right. That's because you got a fucking ticket. Doesn't mean you got to eat it. If you think it was unjustly done, then it is in my opinion that you hire a lawyer. It is in my opinion that you seek legal counsel and let them give you advice, where I'm not giving you advice, because there's a gray area on YouTube which I'm trying to watch right now, and you battle it out in court. That's the only thing you can do. So I thought I would respond to that because I found the conversation a little bit riveting. I found it interesting, and this is the first chance I've had in a week to get to Lady Di's live stream. But yeah, it is what it is. There's a guy on here, on YouTube. This is what I want you to do, Lady Di. This is what I want you to do with this question. And he'll actually make, and if you talk to him and suggest to him that you are curious about the law and you want to know what can be done and what can't be done, there's a channel on YouTube known as Steve Latro. Steve Latro. Latro's Law. He has people emailing him questions all the time, and then he makes videos on the email questions that he gets. He makes videos all the time. So I would send him that question in an email. I would send Latro's Law your question, Lady Di. Let him make a video on it. He's the one that can actually give you legal advice because he is an attorney. So, get a hold of him on YouTube and maybe he'll make a video about it for you. But that's a great big ball of wax on the Lady Di thing. So anyways, I see we got somebody in. Oh yeah, I see somebody in the chat. I'll say hi to him. Hi 24. I see ya. I see ya. Now on my last video I couldn't show this very good because I was experimenting with it and I didn't have my microphone yesterday, my good camera microphone, so I am going to switch over to something right now. I'm going to switch over to this. Like I said, we're done with the Lady Di part, but I just thought I would chime in on a little discussion they were having over there. So this version of Sega I actually downloaded. It's in my computer. So, and I was talking about how I'm playing Sega again and all that shit. And I was trying to explain my controller and everything, and the audio was cutting out because I was on a piece of shit microphone. So just recapping that shit. This is my controller. This is what it looks like. I'll make myself bigger so people can see it. Oh, come on, make myself bigger. So this is the controller I was trying to tell everybody I had yesterday. Now, it's supposed to be wireless and Bluetooth. I can't get it to Bluetooth to my computer for some reason. It just will not Bluetooth to my computer, but I can play it wired though. As you can see, I got it wired up here, and I did a 2-hour live stream on Twitch yesterday afternoon. Nobody came to my live stream on Twitch because I'm going to start gaming on Twitch. You know, playing old Sega games and shit like that. But, yeah, that's my controller. That's what it actually looks like. Okay. So, yeah, I tried to get this stupid controller, the Bluetooth to the computer, and it just wouldn't friggin' do it. It just won't connect to this computer. I've always had Bluetooth issues with this computer. Ever since changing the motherboard, it's been having issues, so it's probably getting too old for fucking Bluetooth, but as you can see, I hit the button. Oh, see, now the other catch about this controller, notice how I'm hitting buttons and it's not starting the game. You gotta physically take the mouse and click on the game. It's gotta know where to send the controller. So I gotta click on this window. Now watch the bar. It would turn purple when I click on it. Well, pink. Pink is purple. So now I got the game. Now I can hit the button. Now I can go over here and go, yes, I like playing with Sonic alone. See, now we're playing now. This is what I try to show people. Ah, he almost smushed me. So this is not going to be a whole video on Sega, but I just figured I'd show you that the controller does work, and you can actually see the controller in my hand today. Because I was trying to talk about it yesterday, and the audio was... Yeah, and I'm sucking right now because I'm paying attention to YouTube instead of where the fuck I'm going. But you get the gist. You get the gist. But yeah, that's what that controller looks like. I love it. It's a really, really cool controller. Now, I gotta tell you something, and you guys... Have you ever been doing something so good, and then you have an aw shit moment? And you might be saying, Emo, what are you talking about, an aw shit moment? Last night, I had this Sega game. Halfway through Sega, I was in the fucking casino. One I call this casino, because it like has... You gotta jump Sonic into like a slot machine type thing, and the slot machine goes bing 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 bing, and it has the windows in it like a regular slot machine. It's casino night. I was in casino night level 1 because I was good at getting coins. I said coins, rings. I had down here on the bottom. I had 24 fucking Sonics. And see, because this tells you how many lives you have. Right now, I only have 3 lives, but I had 24 of them. And I was up in the casino night fucking level, and I got tired because I played Sega all fucking day yesterday. I got fucking tired of it, so I made it up there. And just like I put the game on pause now, I said to Mike, I said, that's it. I'm going to put my fucking computer on sleep mode. And I'm going to go to bed. And I'll play the rest of the game in the morning. Well, within 20 minutes of going to bed, we had a blackout last night. So when I rebooted the computer this morning, after the blackout, all my 24 Sonics were gone. Because the computer, basically, when it lost power last night, forgot where I was in the fucking game, forgot everything, and just, I lost all that hard work. I played it for like 10 hours last night. I was having a good time. I had like 24 fucking Sonics. Where it says 3. I had like 24 guys. Several continuants. Lots and lots of fucking rings. And then the damn power outage is gonna come in and go out for 5 hours. Because it was windy and stormy last night. And now I gotta start all over again. As you just see me start this game. Now I'm all over again. All back to the fucking beginning. But guess what? I am too tired. I'm literally too tired to play Sonic today. Because that's all I did yesterday. I'm too tired. I can't do it again. So. But doesn't it suck when I had all that work. I was playing a good game, and then the power failed. I had to shut my computer off, and it's like, I lost it all. Come on. Don't do this to me. But I'm literally too tired to play Sonic today. So we're not playing today. I just can't do it today, guys. I just can't do it. But at least you know what my controller looks like. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love this controller. Ah. No, we're actually exiting the game now because I am too tired to play that again. So all those rewards, all those rings, all those extra Sonics, all the fucking extra continuances, all gone because the power outage had happened last night. And I'm too tired to play it again today. I'm not doing it again. I just can't play it again today. I've been playing Sonic every day for the last 4 friggin' days, and I'm just at the top. I'm burnt out. I need a break. So, there will be no Sonic live streams today. But I just thought I would update you and repeat that part about the controller and all that shit, because last night the audio was cutting out and nobody could hear what the fuck I was saying when I was talking about the controller and stuff. So, but I just wanted to recap that part because I replayed yesterday's live stream and the audio was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, I apologize for that, guys. I'm not gonna use that microphone again, the one I was using, because it just absolutely sucks. I'm not doing it again. And I am a very, very, very tired emo tonight. A very, very tired emo. Well, I say tonight, but it's only 11 o'clock in the afternoon. It feels like night, though. I'm extremely exhausted. So I'm going to go watch the rest of Lady Di's stream from last week, and I'm just going to chill. But, you know, Lady Di did say that she doesn't want to do a live streams every week because she's running out of shit to say. She runs out of shit to say, and she doesn't want to go live all the time because it's hard for her to get guests on the panel. Yeah, I know exactly where she's coming from, because the trolls destroyed every friendship I ever had, every friendship that I ever tried to create. So yeah, I thought about doing panels once a week, but nobody's gonna come to them. Nobody's gonna fucking come to them. And over the last few months, I mean, I'm making this video now because I wanted to respond to Lady Di's live stream, which I did in the beginning of this video, but that's why I don't make video as much as I used to, because I'm kind of burned out. I feel the same way. There's nothing really to talk about anymore because I have no friends anymore. That's what the trolls did. So you get burnout. And that's why I'll go 2 or 3 weeks without posting a video, because I just get to the point where nobody gives a fuck. Why bother? So, I can understand her point, is what I'm saying. I can understand her point when she says, oh, I only want to do a panel once a week. I get it. I fucking get it. Without a doubt, Lady Di, I get that 100%. I would love to do a panel once a week, but I don't think it'd be even worth my time, because I don't think anybody would come to my panels at this point in the game. I don't think anybody would come to them. So with that, see, now I'm getting boring and rambling again because I'm running out of stuff to talk about, just like Lady Di was talking about. So before I keep rambling about stupid stuff, because I really don't have anything to talk about at this time, I guess it's time to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting the show. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving tomorrow. And we'll see you on the other side of the holiday, probably. Because I doubt I'm going to be making any videos tomorrow or Friday. So we'll see you on the other side of the holiday. And we'll talk to you soon. And as always, stay safe, be well, take care of yourself and each other. Show's over. Wolf is tired. See ya. And yes, I see all you guys in the chat. So Roadhog is in there. 24 is in there. Oh, RAM and memory. Okay, I see that comment. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Good to see you, Roadhog. I see ya. Just wanted to read the chat one more time before I actually clicked off the live stream. All right. Peace, everybody. I didn't want to leave